Hello everybody, welcome back to another video here on my channel, another reading video, and of course April is right around the corner, so of course we have to pick my monthly TBR, and I think this month I'm gonna pick just a few extra books. Last month, honestly, I did a terrible job at reading my TBR for the month of March. I read probably about 25%, not very good to be honest. This month I'm hoping will be much better, and I'm hoping we can also choose some really good prompts. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start picking. Alright, prompt number one. Picked this one that was on top, stuck together with three other ones. I don't know if you can read that from there, but basically we are picking a romance. Not necessarily one of my favorite genres, but definitely one that I need to get to because I've been slacking. I mean, I've read all those. I haven't read those, which would be good to read. I pretty much read all my Nicholas Sparks. There's hardly any more romance. Those are subplot of romances. These are like the only true romances that I have. Let's do this one. I've been curious about this one. For the prompt romance, I'm just gonna pick Rock Bottom Girl by Lucy Score. I've yet to read a book from her, and I have the full Knock 'Em Out trilogy and also Forever Never, which is on my 25 books I would have read in 2025, but I'm just not really feeling that book compared to this one, and I don't really have too many romances. Pretty much her books are the only ones, besides a few, like two Nicholas Sparks books that I have left that are actually just romance and not like fiction with a subplot of romance or mystery with a subplot of romance or even fantasy. So we're gonna go with Rock Bottom Girl, and I think this is a standalone, so this might be a really good option to get into her writing. Alright, prompt number two. Alright, I feel like this one's not necessarily too hard, but at the same time, I just tackled a book. I've tackled two books over 500 pages. We have a prompt that says a book over 500 pages. I mean, of course, his two books, I don't necessarily want to read them, but they're over 500. That's over 500, which I wouldn't mind maybe getting into that book again. I love that series. Ooh, it's perfect. For the prompt, a book over 500 pages, I'm going to go ahead and throw on Iron Flame. I just read at the end of last month, at the end of February. Fourth Wing for the first time ever. I did a reading vlog on it. I absolutely loved it. I was thinking about doing a reading vlog on this, and I wanted to hop into this pretty much right away, but at the same time, I kind of wanted to space it out just a little bit since I had just bought this, and I wanted to tackle like my 25 books in 2025 a little bit more, or just other things that I had on my priority TBR. At the same time, I'm feeling like I just want to hop back into this, revisit this world, especially before I start losing small details, and also see how this book ends, and of course do another reading vlog over it because I enjoyed the last one so much, and I know what some of the thoughts and opinions were on this book, so I want to see what my thoughts and opinions will be for this book as well. Prompt number four. Let's try and kind of get a little deeper, dig a little deeper down in here, see if we can pull a good one. This might be a mistake, to be honest. Oh my gosh, this is long. A book from a previous TBR that was never read. Well, if I would have put Forever Never, that would have been good. I mean, I didn't read too much from my last TBR, but I don't know if I want to include some of those books. Well, what were some books that I put on my, what was last month's TBR? Oh, yeah. Well, I want to do another romance. I already read a romance. Oh, you know what? I got a good one. I have the most perfect book, in my opinion, for this prompt. This is The Hobbit. I'm sure you know all about this book and have heard about this book or maybe even watched the movie. But I've added this, I think, a couple times in Las Vegas and maybe one since we've been home. I'm not 100% sure. But I've added this to so many TBRs and I just never got around to it. And I really want to hop into it. It's not very long. It's only like 300 pages. And I feel like this is perfect. Maybe now's the time I actually read this because this is more interesting to me than any of the other ones I was looking at that I know were on my last TBRs that I never got to. Prompt number four. I feel like we have a really good TBR so far. I mean, is it a little bit long? Yes. Is the romance throwing me off a little bit? Yes. But I feel like it's really good. Oh my goodness, another prompt that's so good. I love sci-fi. We have sci-fi. I technically have read a lot of my YA sci-fi, which is kind of sad. Is this sci-fi? Please be YA sci-fi. Dang it. It's YA literature, novel, fantasy, fantasy fiction, high fantasy, adventure fiction, and paranormal fiction. I was really hoping that the Young Elites was going to be a YA sci-fi. I just picked this up. In Vegas, I did a whole reading vlog over reading the Legend, Prodigy, and Champion series. I don't remember what it's actually called, but that trilogy. And I read that. I enjoyed it to a point, but it was YA, and I felt like this book, when I was looking at pictures of this series, I felt like this was going to be more tailored towards my likes, and I was just really hoping that this maybe was going to be sci-fi. But of course, it's more so just fantasy and other genres that I don't necessarily need for this prompt. That's okay. We can try again. What's a sci-fi book? I mean, I know that's sci-fi. That's the easiest sci-fi book. YA, paranormal, romance, and horror. Okay, everything's paranormal. What about... Ooh, I think I have a really good one that I want to put for sci-fi. Apparently, says Google when I search the title of this and just put genre right after it. The genres for this book is novel, YA literature, sci-fi, and thriller. I thought dystopian technically was this, but I'm gonna throw on The Hunger Games. I've never actually read The Hunger Games that I know of. I think I technically did years ago, but I just don't remember anything about it. So I'm just gonna say I never read them. I do believe this is on my 25 books I want to read in 2025. I know The Hunger Games trilogy was on my 24 books, but I was stupid to put the whole trilogy. I think maybe just the first one might be. And in theory, I was waiting until I got the last book that they just got, or like the prequel, which is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, but apparently she's coming out with more. I thought it was just going to be like, oh, one actual prequel, and then you kind of move on. She was done with the series, but I guess she's re-adding to the series. So now I just feel like reading the trilogy since I have it. I've never really read it, and I feel like it's also time. So for a sci-fi, I'm picking The Hunger Games, and I'm really excited about this one. All right, we're gonna pick a number 5. Oh, actually, how about these two? We can do a number 5 and a number 6, since I have 2 in my hand. So the first prompt, a book with magic. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh no, wait, book with magic. Does Cinder have magic? They have the power to control others. It's not magic, it's science, but that's what they can do. Okay. This is hard. Oh, after just spending a few minutes researching on Google which books that I own that I haven't read have magic, 99% of them all said, no, not in the traditional sense. They don't have magic, but this person can control this person, or this person possessed this ability to do this. It wasn't giving me an actual, yes, they do have magic. It was just giving me this runabout of not necessarily in the traditional sense. Until I looked up House of Salt and Stars, apparently this has magic in it. I just got this recently along with the second one, and I have been wanting to read this for so long, and I just love how this feels in my hand and how floppy it is and how it's only just over 300 pages, and I feel like I'm gonna absolutely enjoy this book. So I've been holding on to this one. This is our 6th and final prompt for this coming month of April, and also this probably will be the worst prompt just because I don't think you can read that. This is probably, no, you know what? This is the best TBR I think I've ever gotten in my life. If you can see it from all the way over there, it says that the wheel chooses which shelf and also which book. Let me rephrase that. It was the best TBR. This is my favorite prompt. I've never pulled this prompt and I wanted to, but at the same time, I might choose a book that I don't want to read. First, I'll have a wheel choose which bookcase, bookcase 1 or bookcase 2. On each bookcase, we have 5 shelves, except for on number 2, we only have about 4 because the bottom one is just empty. Technically, it has books I want to get rid of. This one on the bottom one has a lot of coffee table books. So with that being said, after we find our shelf, then we'll count how many books are on that shelf. The wheel again, I feel like it's all self-explanatory. However, if I've already read the book, of course, we'll just pick another one from that shelf. If it's a coffee table book or something that I'm not going to read like that, we'll just again pick another one. Or if it's the second or third of a series, we'll pick the first book in that series or the next one if I haven't read it. And for book stacks going up, count 1, and then this is book number 4, so we would go down. I hope that makes sense. Now, I guess let's get a wheel, and I guess also I'll have to screen record. All right, ready? I don't know which one's which. I think it's done. I'm trying to look in the viewfinder. Oh! Okay, bookcase 1. So we have technically 5 shelves. It's gonna be terrible if we get this shelf or this shelf because majority of them are red, but that's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spinning. I'm so excited. I've wanted this prompt for so many years now and I've never pulled it. It's so exciting just to have something random tell you what you're getting. Shelf 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, this one's actually a really good shelf. I don't necessarily want to move my camera. I might just tilt it down some. You know what? We'll leave it as a surprise for you guys because I have my 50 mil on, so you definitely can't see, and it's also at the bottom. So we have 1, 2, 3, 13, 14, 15, 27. All right. Picking from 1 through 27. Hopefully it lands on one that I actually haven't read. 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 12. Aww. The 12th book is The Legend of Story County. I mean, I did technically already read this, but I have been thinking about rereading it. Let's spin again, and if I get one that I have read already, then I could put this on and we'll just reread it, or if I don't get to it, then it's just a freebie basically. But if it lands on one that I haven't read, I guess I'll take that one and put this one back. So spinning, we're doing it again. I guess technically I could have taken out 12, so this was 15, okay. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. No. For 15, we have to go all the way back to 13 because technically it is the third and final book of the Infernal Devices. I just had this on last month's TBR. I haven't read this. This is book 1 and this is the Clockwork Angel. I guess I was supposed to read this. I guess I could have put this on my TBR technically. And here is my April's TBR. I'm so excited. This is definitely the best TBR I think I've ever picked. All the prompts were amazing. I feel like this was a great selection. I'm really excited about every single one of these books. And also I just love how they look. I love how majority of them are black except for the bottom, Iron Flame of course, and then the one romance, it's pink. Going through, of course, we have Iron Flame, The Hobbit, Hunger Games, House of Salt and Sorrows, Clockwork Angel, and of course, Rock Bottom Girl. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. I hope you guys all enjoyed my prompts and also which books we picked. I feel like I just got the best prompts ever. Go ahead and subscribe, stay in touch with my YouTube community for future reading vlogs, anything book related, photography related, even now house updates that we will be doing here soon that I will be actually posting about probably within the next month. We have so many things going on in our life that I've been loving, and of course summer's starting again, so you know, if you're here for the cars, you already know that car season is upon us. So my photography and car videos will be coming again. Half the year I feel like I really focus on them, and I'm so excited for them to come. So again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you on another video here on my channel, and God bless!